Oh, I'm going to be doing a lot of snivelling. I apologise, guys. I had completely forgotten how cold it gets down here on Immingham Wall. That's right, the first Immingham Wall session of the season. Not expecting great things, really not expecting great things. I'm purely here as I was dropping the eldest off at a birthday party at one of her friends up the road. So I thought, bugger it, why not throw the tackle in the boot? I'm 10 minutes away from there. I'll throw the tackle in the boot. I went pumping for some worm. That were an experience. And I tell you what, bait diggers and bait shops, they're worth every bloody penny. It's hard goddamn work. And it's definitely a skill. Yeah, so. Me and Lee, Jesus. 2-3 hours we were at it. I got some worms, not many, but yeah, I definitely have a lot more to learn there. So, but I do have some people willing to show me the ropes, so happy days. Yeah, so I've come to Immingham Wall. Like I say, not expecting great things. At the moment, I've got one rig out because I'm just testing the water, letting it deepen up a little bit as well. I've just put a pulley pennel out with a baby squid on. So I'm waiting for the water to come in just a little bit. In fact, actually, it's not doing too badly now. Do I think we're going to bag a cod? Do I buggery? Have I bagged an Immingham Wall cod yet? No. Have I had cod? Yeah, I've had a little cod every season, but I've not had anything of my own worth keeping for the dinner table. Hopefully this year, I'm going to be able to find the time to put some hours in to chase them a bit. But we'll have to see, because I'm technically now further away, a fishing trip takes longer. But financially wise, I'm in a better situation, and you know, the responsibility is shared quite a few of the trips. The financial burden is shared between myself and friends, so happy days. Hopefully can put the hours in to get some more time in. Yeah, I honestly, I fully expect to be feeding the pin whiting and the crabs tonight. I'm just waiting, like I said, for it to deepen up, and I might put the other rod out just with a 2-up clip down on to use my own worms that I pumped myself. Yeah, that honestly, guys, if you're thinking about doing it yourself, you need to be a lot fitter, a lot healthier than I am, and yeah, it's a skill that's going to take time to learn. It is a skill that's going to take time to learn. You can't expect to rock up with a pump and go, there's a worm, there's a worm. It doesn't work like that. Although I guess it probably does for some people, but it didn't for me and Lee. Just as we both started getting his eye in, we ran out of time and had to leave. We didn't even run out of water, we just ran out of time. You will see the rod tip quivering quite a lot. I'd forgotten how easy it is to film down here. You guys are on the rod tips and I can pace up and down or sit in the back of the car. Apologies if I'm shouting, I've got an audiobook on in my ear. Another thing I like about coming to here is there is phone reception, so you can do live streams and things like that. I do have my drag set, but like I said, the rod tips are quivering a lot. The rod tip is currently across the wind. There's a little breeze blowing across it. And I've only put a 5-ounce lead on. Now for down this end on the size of tide we've got, that might be a little bit small, so we'll have to wait and see on that count. But I've not brought much bait. Didn't get much bait. I've not brought much bait. It's completely impromptu, don't want to be late home. I've come down to bay 26 under the advice of a fellow fisherman. So we'll see. Like I say, I'm not holding my breath. That I'm going to say. The wall has never been kind to me. Oh dear me. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse me rush to get to my rod because they got pulled over. Well, let me say this, guys. It's not a blank. The pin whiting are definitely here. And by pin whiting, I said I want after micros. Dear me. Let's get it back. Where's some water? Right in front of me. Dear me. Let's get it back. Oh man. Oh, you've got to laugh, haven't you? If I didn't, I'd cry. I mean, congrats, you know, I've beat the blank. Happy fucking days. I'm going to have to start censoring my videos because I can't teach myself not to swear. But dear God, I mean, that's beating it in style, isn't it? That's just taking it by the nads and kicking it in the face. Well, it kicking me in the face. God's sake. Oh dear me. Yeah, I had a bit of hope that there was something on them. The worms have been completely obliterated. The squid's hardly getting touched. God. You know, when I said in their last talking session, you know, this is real fishing. Well, you don't get much more real than that, do you? Yeah, I tell you, I forget every year when you're fishing on the wall, you need ballast on your tripod. But yeah, this oh, I can't stop. I'm just sending out this the old bent banana, just with a Wessex rig on it, just with two size 1 circle hooks on it. Oh, I've built myself quite an obstacle course here. I was just coming to check to see, make sure the camera angle still had the rods in view, but. Let's leave it in a minute because I want to recast that other one, and then I'll reorganise. It's just, yeah, just this looks like it's washed in. I don't think it has, but it looks like it has. So we'll resend this, and I want to send it. Yeah, it has washed in. Yeah, it's in the weeds. That's why it's so heavy. Well, whatever's making it heavy is a complete dead weight, so it's not a fish. I think it's just washed in and it's just got a load of bladder rack on it. Oh. This is crazy heavy, but there's no pullback on it. Go. As predicted, I was hooked into the weed. Rebait it, reshoot it, try and get a bit of a straighter cast on it. It just seemed to wash straight in. Try a Gemini, see if I've got a 7-ounce Gemini in the box. The Gemini's always, for me at least, seem to hold better on the Humber. And I'm going to strap I've got some old blacks in my box, in my bait box. I'll strap a black to it. I've been visited by a fox. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Little young fox cub. Did I put my scissors in my pocket? I did. Yeah, we'll do a bit of a cocktail. We'll have a little baby, a whole baby squid, and I'll screw up a black next to it. And then I'll reorganise and resend. So what I'll do is I'll get this baited up, back out, and then I'll turn the time lapse back on, and we'll go from there again. Well, that's a lot more like it. Double shot. Oh. Let's get them unhooked. In fact, there's a couple here that are, these are both quite a nice size. I think we might have the first volunteers for the pot. Come on. Come on, because if you're undersized, I want you to go back. What are we on? 29 centimetres for you. Stay there. Let's get your friend unhooked. There we go. Oh. Well, that one just committed. Oh no, she's still alive. And what are you? Also 29 centimetres. You looked bigger than that. Oh, you are. You're 30. Right. Give me. Do you know, these fish determined to commit Eric-Kerry. Get them safe. Get them returned. And I'll come back to you, because I'm quite sure they're both undersized. Well, the problem is whiting have got pin little teeth. There we go, whiting are definitely here. And I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised. They're all pretty healthy. They're returning. Lovely. They're returning just lovely. Let's get this one back. Another 28 centimetre one. Yep. Yeah, it's unlike whiting to return this nicely, but it's 4 returned and 4 swum off, so you can't say better than that, can you, really? The legal size, by the way, guys, I did look it up, is 27 centimetres. So far, apart from that first little tiddler, they've all been legal size. That bottom worm's still okay, yeah. That had literally been in the water minutes. But they're shoaling hunters. They're like a swarm of locusts. Once you hit into one, especially of a sort of, my experience anyway, of sort of 20 centimetres plus, there's a shoal of them out there. Let's see if we can get a bit further, get over them. Although I don't mind, to be fair, I don't mind hitting whiting. Just same as I don't mind flatty bashing. You know, I'm pleasure fishing. I'm not match angling. I'm not targeting a particular species. Yes, I've got a rod out for cod. But I'll quite happily catch whiting all night. Quite happily. So that's 4 so far. 4 so far. All caught on my own lug, my own pumped lug. So that ain't gonna last much longer. I only had about a dozen worms for 4 hours. So I'll probably just switch over to frozen blacks or some pieces of squid or something. And it was staying relatively short. I've just backed the mag off a couple of clicks and tried to send it a bit further, so we'll see if I can hit into something a bit bigger. On the cod rod, the one furthest away from me, that's the one that I really want to see bang. That's got squid and black on it now. My preferred bait for cod is usually squid and cart, but they do love black. They do love a bit of black. There's a joke in there somewhere. So yeah, I'll fish on. Yeah, I'll pop you back on time lapse. Like I say, it's an impromptu session. I'm all talked out. It's just going to be about the fishing. If it was still going within minutes of it hitting the water, to be perfectly honest, I'd leave it running live. But I'm trying to keep this one short. I'm trying to keep my edit time down on this one because I've done, what have I edited now? 5 videos in 6 days, 7 days. And I'll be honest, it starts to grate a little bit. So I'm trying to keep this one short. So don't forget, please do like, share and subscribe. Honestly, I can't stress how much it does help us out. I'm sure I keep hearing something clicking. It's not my multiplier because the clicker's off on my multiplier. Just seeing if that fox has come back again. We are, where are we? We're at the top of the tide now. So, that's what's vibrating, it's my head torch. Running out of charge. I knew I kept feeling something vibrate. Right, I better, yeah, I'll flick you back on time lapse and I'll speak to you in a bit. Is it twitching again? Now that wind's calmed down a bit, I can actually take you in on the rods a bit closer. I had to keep you behind the car earlier. Let's take you right in on the rods. And time lapse it. I'll speak to you in a bit. Here we go, guys, number 5. Now, once again, not a bad size, nice and fat. Let's have a size before it goes back. I'm probably going to stop turning the camera on for him now. Come on, let's have a size. We are 26 centimetres on you, so actually smaller. So back you go. Sure, I had to yeet that one a little bit. I'm starting to lose the water. Happy days, it's gone back. Let's get some more bait on that hook. I think I'm out of live worm now. Oh no, still got some little ones left. You're dead. You're dead and blown. You're dead and blown. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stop turning the camera on for the whiting, or I'll stop taking it off time lapse and I'll just try and hold them so that they'll show up on screen. But 5 tings, happy. I'm happy. I'll say I'll happily fish for whiting. Lee's, like I say, Lee's down the other end there, down at the woods, and he says it's just dropped off for him down there, but the tide's just turned. So it's always either, in my humble experience, it's always either going to bring the fish on or kill it stone dead. And for him down there, it's killed it stone dead. For me, for now at least, it's brought the fish on. I don't know for how much longer. I'm sticking to my guns on the other rig. I've not taken the hook sizes down. Probably means that I'm not going to see anything on that rig tonight, but you know, you have days like this, don't you? There we go. But yeah, Wessex rig, circle size. I think what I've got, I think actually, is a size 1.0 and a size 1 circle hook on this. But the best thing about circle hooks is they're great for a lazy fisherman like me. You don't have to worry about setting the hook. The fish will hook itself when it runs. So you may have noticed I'm not striking into these bites. I'm letting the hooks do the work. And letting them set themselves, and every single one has been lip hooked. Every single one has been lip hooked. And just to shout them out, because they've supported me, they are all, in fact both rigs are on different hooks, but they're both on Sakuma branded hooks, because I love them. They're strong, they're sharp. That I can't, you know, everybody used to swear by Kamasan, but in all honesty, I've had bad experiences with Kamasan. I've had them snap while I was cinching a knot down on them. Not had that happen with Sakuma. I have had a few snap while I was at Scarborough, But of course, that was dragging them through the rocks. Let's see, this probably wants a fresh bait on it now. But yeah, I'm going to fish for about another half hour, 45 minutes. I will always fish until it's not safe to put, I will fish until it's not safe to put a fish back, because I'm not going over the wall tonight. I'm not geared up for it. All I'm doing is fishing until it's not safe for me to, like I say, until the fish can't be returned in good condition. I know probably if it's on film, it probably looked like I really yeeted that last whiting, but I didn't. This felt really heavy. Matthew, I always said that, and then I forget until I've wound for about 10 minutes that it's got a 7-ounce lead on it. Which I'm going to remember. I'm actually going to drop that down this time, because now the tide's turned, I shouldn't need a 7-ounce on anymore. I mean, it's been holding like a champ, but this bait is, well, it hasn't this time. When I last brought it in, I mean the lead hadn't released, the bait hadn't released from the lead, but when I last brought it in, it was chewed. It was chewed to buggery. So I'm probably in the whiting with some big hooks, so I'm just going to drop to a smaller lead and see if I can launch it a bit further to get past them. Oh. Drop back down to what I started with, a 150 gram. Just make sure the lead legs are bent out quite nicely, nice and wide. I really need to cast some more leads. I might do a live this weekend if the weather's nice in the back garden and cast some leads. Yeah. But yeah, I'll rebait this, reshoot it. Yes, the temptation is to drop down to a smaller rig and fish for some more pins, but I was just going to say the other rig's killing it on the pins, but it's gone quiet now, and I mean it was indicating it was pretty much showing bites as soon as the bait hit the water. Oh, was that me on the box? That could have been me on the box. That one was. What should we bait it up with? Well, I say what should we bait it up with? They ain't got a great deal of choice. It's squid and black, or black and squid. Or just straight black, actually. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap some 2 or 3 of these blacks together. And yeet it out. Yeah, say I've probably got about another 45 minutes before I won't fish it anymore. No, like I say, I'm not prepared to go down the wall today, or over the wall. To be perfectly honest, I'm fishing one of the bays I was advised to fish. And, sorry if I keep talking, my phone keeps, got my music playing on my phone and it keeps going silent in my pocket, and I don't know if it's, I've had a poorly baby, so I'm half expecting a message from the missus at some point. There it is. Yeah, I'm half expecting a message from the missus saying that the baby's been poorly again. Yes, I know you're running out of charge, head torch. And I have a route around in the car because I'm quite sure I've got a charger for you in the car. Say I'm hoping for a cod on this one, so I'm hedging my bets and sending cod suitable baits. So I'm sending a mega worm. Fingers crossed. So with this lighter lead, hopefully I haven't made a mistake in rigging up this big bait and putting this smaller lead on, hopefully, because it's the same size lead as I've got on the other rig that's been holding just fine. So hopefully this too will hold just fine. I hope you've been watching that yellow rod for me because I've been busy. Oh, bail arm. That's okay. Everything stayed intact. Try that again, shall we? Let's take in some of that line. I've been watching Marcus too much. That one slipped out the old bait cannon, the old casting cannon. Slipped out a bit early. Might not have gone as far as I anticipated or wanted. There we go. Right, I'll edit around a load of that crap and I'll pop you back on another time lapse and I'll see you in a bit. there we go. I'm calling it a night. Could still fish, but it seems to have dropped right off. And I've had a good session. I fished for 3-4 hours, 5 whiting, I think, 5 or 6. I'm really over the moon with that, really happy with that. Would have been nice to have seen an early cod, but we can't have it all, can we? You know, can't go our way every time. I mean, it'd be nice if it'd go my way one time, but hey ho, that's fishing, isn't it? That's fishing. It's not catching, it's fishing. That's all from me tonight, folks. Don't forget, if you're going out, stay safe, tight lines, and I'll see you later.